Hello everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. But before we begin this new video, make sure you guys are subscribed to my page. Hit like, comment down below, share this information with somebody. Earlier I went live and to do this video. And I did it, but for some reason I was not able to upload videos that when I go live. So I can go live, but I can't upload videos once they're live. So I guess I gotta wait till I get to 1,000 subscribers before I can do that. But at least I'm able to go live on YouTube now. So I owe you guys, thank you guys for subscribing to my page and supporting my page. I'm working my way to 1,000 subscribers. Once I get to 1,000, then I can go live and I don't have to pre-record this. And when I pre-record these videos, I only got so much space on my phone, so I have to keep them short and the information like real condensed. I can't go on here and just go from one topic to another, and then maybe even talk to you guys like if I was live, because this has got to be saved to my phone, you understand? But okay, anyway, thank you guys for all the support. I did a video 2 days ago or so about the year 2022 and then the year 2023 by the numbers. Numbers have energy. You guys should know numerology by now. Follow my page and Gematria, how all numbers have energy. And what our masters, our elites, the people who own us, we are all slaves. If you guys don't know that, we are all slaves. And the best slave to have is one that does not know that they are a slave. That's true. So if you don't know you're a slave, why would you ever uprise and try to make a change or run away from the plantation, right? If you don't know that you're not a slave, you would never do that. But I'm here to tell you guys that we are all enslaved and they all turn us against each other. And your next door neighbor is not your enemy, regardless if they're not the same religion, the same color, if they're Mexican, black, white, like me, whatever. They're not your enemy. Our enemies are actually the elite who control all the world. They control the media. They control the they control what you eat, what you see on the TV, the products that you buy, the clothes, and then they have the audacity to say to the black man, the white man's the problem, and then they turn around and tell the white man, the black man's the problem, turn us against each other. They tell the Christians that Islam is going to destroy the world, and then vice versa. So they divide and conquer. This is how the this is like the United Nations plan and the Illuminati. By the way, the Illuminati, I think that's more of a concept than an actual group at this point in time. But like the Bilderberger Group, the United Nations, Council of Foreign Relations, think places like that. Those are your Illuminati. So moving on today, I am going to be talking about, what am I talking about today? Universal basic income. That is going to be the topic of today. Okay. Basic income. Now, this is not a new idea. This has been around for a while. And when you bring up the idea of universal basic income, one of the major key players in pitching this whole movement, the guy's name is Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang actually ran for president in 2016. I think he also did in 2020. He's a very intelligent man. He has a lot of good ideas, if you ask me. But when we come to talk about universal basic income, this I'm going to leave this kind of as an open-ended question. Is this a good idea? For those that don't know what universal basic income or what UBI is, so UBI is tax-free money that the government will give you every single month. Over the age of 18, the government will give you a set amount every month, whether that be $1,000, $1,500, $2,500, whatever. They haven't come to an amount. But let's say, hypothetically, the government gives everybody $1,000 tax-free every single month. Now, what do you think would happen in that scenario? See, their whole goal, they're pitching this as, this isn't like they're saying as a roof, like where people can like live off of, right? As like a cap on their salary, but as like a floor for people to lift themselves up off of, okay? So, by the way, who's going to pay for this money? Well, nobody really knows. Like that's the thing. They don't know where this money's going to come from. That's to be decided. People have argued this idea. If this would go into effect, somebody suggested to get rid of all welfare, food stamps, those programs, and get rid of even those agencies. It'll cut back on a lot of major funding and spending, and then use that money and put it towards this new plan. Don't put this on top of the already existing programs, okay? But I'm going to tell you where it's going to come from. It's going to come from the money that's going to come from the workers. It's always going to, the people who work are going to get taxed heavily. And then that money is going to go back into the pockets of the people who aren't working or across the board. This is socialism. This is socialism, pure and simple. This is socialism in a box, okay? Pure and simple. I told you guys they have everybody, their plan is to get everybody 22'd. V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. 22 by the year 2022, and then I did a whole video on that. I did a video on 2022 by the numbers, and I did 2023 by the numbers. If you didn't see those two videos, you got to go back. One thing I didn't show you guys about this, let me show you this, by the way. 2022, okay, 20 is the number of death, remember that? And then 22 is the master builder number. It's the master builder number. Satan is the master builder. 11, 22, and 33 are the master builder numbers, but 22 is the master builder number of the master builders. It's the main one. Okay, but get rid of the 0, and you got 2, 2, 2. You know what you put into the Gematria Calculator? You put 222 into the Gematria Calculator, and the first two things that come up in the Gematria Calculator are Hitler and Armageddon. So that energy with the 222, the triple twos, right, has genocide energy, and then it has the same energy as the end of the world. Book of Revelations, okay? We're talking the whole thing. Woodworm, you know, all the plagues, all that. We're talking about all them things. Jesus' return, all that. So, also, let's get rid of this. And you remember, 2023 is backwards. The 322, that's backwards. That's the skull and bones number. That comes from the book of Genesis, where Eve took the bite of the apple, and they said, now mankind is like God. They are now like God. They know the difference between good and evil. That's the whole thing. Like that's the elite's whole thing. They want to be like God. That's actually real Satanism, by the way. To not actually worship God, but Satan, but to be a version of your own God. You see it in music today, like trap God, hood God, rap God, Charlemagne the God. Okay, Little Uzi Vert, Lucifer. Yeah, that's a really good one too, right? Little Uzi Vert, Lucifer. Okay. Sorry, family's outside, they're eating and they're whatever. So anyway, moving on. UBI. What we know right now is 19% of the population is on welfare. 19%. That's the number they give us, but that's also a very occultic number, just like 19 hijackers on 9/11, and then 19 years later we have COVID-19. They use the number 19 a lot, so we can't really go by that. It might be higher, it might be lower, but they're going to tell you the number 19 just to use that energy. They'll do that. Okay, so they say it's about roughly 20%. That's 1 in 5 people in America are on welfare. Now, from the studies that they have, they say that 10% of people who get universal basic income either cut their hours back or stop working altogether. 10%. So that comes to a total of 29%. So if we already had 19% of people not working now, and then we add another 10% if we give out universal basic income, now we're all at 29%, which, right, so almost 30%, almost 1 in 3 people. And let me ask you guys something. Okay, so let's say they give out $1,500 a month. Would you to have a change of work? Would you quit your job? What would you do? Go back to school? Would $1,500 be enough? What about $2,000? What if they gave $2,000 tax free every month? You just live off the government's money. How else would this ripple effect echo through a society, a community? Work ethic, I'm telling you right now, would definitely fall, because that whole driving, that driven attitude, hard work pays off, hard work is always rewarded. Well, not if the government's just feeding you guys money, right? And so I'm telling you, I'm just going to say, I don't think this is a good idea. I really don't think this is a good idea. It sounds great at first, but it just leaves too much room for people to abuse this. And if this was to be implemented, the society would have to still keep running as is. But the human mentality, people would change this. You know, they would stop working or cut the hours back. People wouldn't be as driven to start their own businesses. Or am I completely wrong? Or do you guys think that maybe they'll be more driven to start their own businesses? I mean, what do you guys think about this? See, the problem is there's not enough information. There's not enough statistics and studies on this information. There's just not. Now, but here's the thing. Remember how I told you guys about smart cities? When you depend on Big Brother and they want to move us all to move into smart cities, and you're depending on Big Brother and they're giving you health scores. Say if you're not getting to 22, right? Say like I'm about 25 pounds overweight, right? I'm 6'3", 260 pounds. They told me that I need to lose some weight, like 30 pounds. My doctor's like, you're a little like 30 pounds overweight, Jason. So that could go against my record right there. That I'm 30 pounds overweight. Do you drink? Do you smoke? All that stuff go against your record. Now, when Big Brother's paying you and allowing you to eat from them, now you rely on them. Now you are absolutely going to do what they tell you to do. Absolutely. I mean, you're going to have to, right? It's like living at mommy and daddy's house. You got to listen to what they say. The rules go. So I'm telling you guys, man. Uh, this is a bad setup all from the get. It's just a bad thing, and I think it leaves too much room to be abused. Now, hold on, let me see. Um, Now, they also have said that they could implement where this money comes from taxing the super elite, right? Taxing the super elite, which they will never tax the super elite. They'll tax the middle class like they always do. They never tax the 1% of Americans, the rich 1%. They'll tax people that make more, a household that makes more than $1 million a year. You know, and in most Americans' minds, oh, they're the ones that are super rich. Man, they're not the ones that are super rich. No. Look, you guys understand how rich some of these people are, that they make $20 million in a day. Like, or they'll lose $20 million in a day, and the company will keep on trucking. That's just, it's, you know, remember that whole saying, too big to fail? And if they fail, the government will bail them out. It's like Amazon. They something. What are they worth? $500 million, if not more, $1 billion. The money that they make every single day is ridiculous. What are they making? $10 million a day profit every single day, if not more, right? Every day. And now we're going to actually tax the middle class that makes maybe a million or two a year. So we're talking about a couple that might be a doctor or a lawyer, and they're, you know, better off than most people. They're going to tax them, but they're not going to tax the super rich. They'll never do that because the super rich are part of the clique. They're in with them, you know. So they always look out for their buddies. So, you guys, what do you guys think? Universal basic income. Oh. Ah. Never had that happen before. I'll have to fix that later. But is it a good idea? Bad idea? What you guys think? Please leave the comments down below. Subscribe to my page, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, thank you.